Hello, friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another live session of our channel where we look forward to connect together and listen from all of you. If you have any concerns, any queries related to the certifications or any testing related concepts, we are here to help you build that understanding. And in case you get stuck in between that, then we are here to answer those queries and help you learn more about what is testing altogether. So, welcome back and welcome aboard to our live session, which is really, really unique in its own sense because it's the only technical channel which takes some time out to connect with their audience and also helps them to get their doubts clarified as a part of this particular session. So, feel free and come up with your queries whatsoever you may have, and I'll be more than happy to revert you back with the most possible responses if I have the understanding of those queries. But yes, of course, we look forward to try answering as much as possible. But I'm not a genius again, which I am telling you right here that it may be possible that few other questions probably I may not be aware of, and I shall be looking forward to assist you offline then. So yeah, meanwhile, as we wait for people to join us, I think AI Tester has finally started with the last few topics, that is chapter 10 and 11. And we should be looking forward to complete this series in another 5 to 6 or 7 tutorials max. So another 1.5 week of time. So I'll be running a poll on Monday asking all of you that what are you looking next on our channel? And accordingly, I'll start working on it. So please do let us know what are you looking on this channel next after the AI tester series. And we will be providing you the required options. If you think the option doesn't have the recommendation what you are looking for, please drop the comment below. Of course, we'll be looking forward to that too. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much there, and I started building up some short videos as people requested for it, and I think I'm getting really great response on the shorts too. So that's one thing, and second, yeah, we'll be looking forward to spend more time on the technical talks. And most sort is, of course, I'll be working on the foundation level sample papers preparation so that we can give you more than what ISTQB has to offer. Okay, the very first in coming in from Astro says, I live in Caribbean and I want to do the ISTQB exam soon. Can you advise which one of the council I should use to do the exam? Caribbean, I never got interacted with. Just give me a moment. I'll quickly check as we talk about it. So, Caribbean, you don't have a board, is what I remember. And you can approach any of the uh, testing body to help you. Oh, fantastic. You have Caribbean testing board finally. So, I'm dropping a link to you on the chat. So, that's the board which you are the council which you need to reach out to Astro. I'm so sorry, whatever your name is, because I do understand Astro is not your name. Maybe I'm not sure, but yeah, if in case that's not your name, so Caribbean Testing Board. Here's the link. You can use this particular link, and this is what your country member board is in order to take up the certification. So I'm really happy to see. I just tried it and I figured it out that yes, you have finally a board in your country, so that would help you to get through the certification. So they have anyways highlighted on the homepage that they do have some of the specialist certification also. So if in case down the line after foundation level, you would like to add more, you can certainly go through that and get certified as well. So that answers your question. Good team, you got more. I'm happy to assist. Waiting for more queries to come up. And meanwhile, yes, of course, I'll be working on the technical talks. Technical talks will bring a lot of understanding. Uh, yeah, I did understand that. So thanks for letting us know your name, Alicia. So good to know your name and good to know you as well. So great. Yeah, thanks for participating and asking the question. If you have anything else, just let us know. Okay, I'll be happy to assist. Sure, you can always plan for any other specialist certification, and your board is providing that. As far as your country member board is conducting it, that's how you can take it. So that's the reason I highlighted it. For example, AI tester, currently Caribbean Testing Board is not offering AI tester certification. So even if you want, you cannot take it up. Probably you can go outside Caribbean Testing Board, any neighboring country which is offering that, you are free to take from them just because your country member board is not providing it. That's the rule. Okay, that's the protocols of ISTQB. Anyways, so I think, yeah, I was just saying about I'll be working also parallelly on technical talks more because I do see a lot of people have requested me to add more value beyond ISTQB. So I was just wondering if I could do certainly beyond for the people and help them learn more about software testing from me. And that's where I'll be building up more technical talks, tutorials as well, which would be helping all the members here, even those who are yet to certify or those who are already certified. It will be helpful for both of them. So yeah, I think we're good. We're just waiting for more queries to come in, and do let me know. Of course, now today I'm not at home. I'm kind of traveling. I'm in a different city. I'm in a hotel room right now, but I thought this is something which we can't excuse, and that's where you can see me sitting in a hotel room but doing the live session still. So we just look forward to that commitment, what we promise you to be here every Saturday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., so that even if one individual has a question, they should not feel that I'm not available for them, right? It's only unfortunate sometimes when I'm not feeling well or something comes up which I actually cannot avoid. And then that's where probably we don't have the live session happening. But whenever possible, best possible, I always look forward to connect with all of you so that we can at least listen to you and help you understand the context and concepts of software testing. So go ahead, team. If you got a question, do not hesitate. This session is exclusively for you. I don't have anything to share here. Like, I'm not making vlogs. I'm not talking about my weekly diaries, that what did I do and what's happening now. This session is exclusively for Q&A from all the participants. So those who have questions are free to join this session and go ahead and get their doubts clarified, and I'll be really happy to assist the members. Okay, next one is coming in from Dinesh. Any clear guidance on choosing a technical or managerial path over 10 years of experience? Um, I think over 10 years of experience, technicality is something which will be your asset, but you should look forward to be on manager roles because I'll just tell you something very simple, right? For example, if I'm a salesperson working in a store and I have been a really good salesperson, everyone has appreciated. In fact, my customers or my the team members, my manager has appreciated me, rewarded me, saying that you are the best salesperson of the month, back to back every month, right? So everyone kind of like sees me as an inspiration and sort of thing. So I'm a very good salesperson, right? But after a few years, like I've worked with that particular store for more than 10 years, it's time for me to take over and become a manager to train other people to become like me, right? So it does not mean that after 10 years, when I'm promoted to sales manager, I'm still standing at the gate waiting for a customer to attend and do my business the best. Answer is you don't have to be a salesperson after some time. You have to make other people like you what you were doing 5 years ago. So in that context, I would say technicality will be your asset to guide your team, pull them out of the troubles. If the team is getting stuck, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, you can help the team to come out of it whenever they are stuck. But you probably cannot see a future just being a technical person like, hey, can I be a software development engineer with 15 years of experience? Come on, you're not going to be valued. People will rather see that why this guy could not become a manager so far. Is he lacking something? Probably he doesn't have leadership qualities. Probably he doesn't look forward to work in a team, or he doesn't want to manage anyone, right? So point being made is at this point you should look forward to become a manager, but with the technical assets. Don't lose your technical grip and make sure that the team knows, or the organization you're working for knows, that you are just not a manager coming from a management perspective. You are a technical manager. So you are going to help the team to come out of any kind of problems or situations by being a really technically strong person. So, yes, I think very detailed answer, but yet that solves what exactly you're looking forward to. If not, do let me know. Okay. I'll try to help you further. So, you are welcome, Dinesh. This is what I look forward to. And I always try to give appropriate and as satisfying examples as possible that people can relate and be justified themselves that, hey, I'm not doing something what someone XYZ has told me. I myself know what I'm doing, right? That's very important. You should never be influenced by my words. You should always be influenced by your own understanding, is what my motto is. I always give them, all the participants, that understanding that the team should be able to make their own decisions rather than depending on me that, okay, let me go and ask him and he will tell me and I'll do it. No, one time, two time, absolutely fine. I'll trigger you in a way that you can make your own decisions. I don't want to be that salesperson, right? That I'll stand at the gate every time helping you. I'll make you that person so that you take care of it and I'll be sitting behind to guide you still, right? So, all the very best, Denise, and thank you so much for letting us know that you're okay. Pramod says, hello, sir, tips to remember all the points in ISTQB foundation level. Again, as usual, I say that this is not a certification which can be by hearted. Okay, so we don't really have to remember anything. We have to build that understanding. This is a certification of profession. Okay, you're not getting certified on a tool, you're not getting certified on a process which is hard coded. You are getting certified on a profession, on a practice. You are kind of like the question what you've just asked. Let me just relate. I'm not feeling offended, or I'm not making you feel offended. I'm just giving an example here. Assume that you're talking about becoming a doctor and you're saying that after doing 5 years of MBBS, how to remember the definition of all the medicines, chemical composition of the medicines. That sounds so funny, right? So in that context, let me relate to your question. If we have to get become a tester, we need to understand who we are, right? What as a tester I need to do, right? So remembering will not help. It will certainly not help in the examination or even after the examination when you work in the industry. So create an understanding is what I'm trying to say here for every single thing. For example, if you tell me, Neeraj, no, I'm confused with what's the role of a tester and test manager. There are so many of them. I can't remember all of them. Can I do something about it? Answer is create an understanding that who am I as a tester? And what is that I am responsible for? What is that a manager can do which I cannot do being a tester? So, for example, creating a report. Now, report consists of information which the management should understand, which the customer should understand. Is that possible for a general tester who is just responsible for writing test cases and executing them to prepare a report which the management can understand? Answer is absolutely not. I need to have the visibility of what is project expectation, what is schedule, what is the deliverables, what are the matrices customers are looking at, and that probably a tester may not be aware of. So being a manager, you have all that understanding right from the beginning of the meetings with the stakeholder, that what should I publish in the report. So that's where you understand that a manager is the right person to create a report, right? Similarly, you can go ahead and relate it. Like a manager is someone who is planning the events. Manager is someone who's resource allocating. Manager is someone who's defining the approach. A tester cannot define the approach. Tester is not someone who's responsible to set up a team or do the scheduling of the activities or going through the requirements, right? Why a manager would go through the requirements? It's the team responsibility because team will be writing test cases. Manager doesn't write test cases. So build that understanding, this level of understanding. It will never be a problem right from examination and even after the examination when you start working. If you go to any industry, you go to any organization, you'll be able to justify them that what do you know? Okay, what kind of tester you are. You don't really have to recall some definitions, right? So I'm building up, I'm talking up from there, that down the line after the certification, you should be having that complete understanding of testing, that, hey, let somebody talk to me and I'll tell them what exactly testing is, right? So that should be helpful. So you don't really have to actually remember anything. Understand it, relate it with your work, and that's enough. Because trust me, the reason now I'll tell you why exactly I told you this long story to justify your point. Answer is, there are so many things to remember right from the beginning: objectives of testing, test process, static testing. There are, a lot of defects are there, a lot of pointers are there for the benefit. Then chapter 5 is completely pointers, right? So whole bunch of things are there in the entire syllabus. What all will you try to remember? Right? You'll get confused. And I don't want you to get confused. So build that understanding. That would be the best possible way to succeed with the one pointers. Okay. If you have any concern with any point that I did not understand this, how can I correlate with what you just told me to do? Right? Then you let me know that point and I'll be happy to relate it. Okay. Thank you so much for that. As Trove, that is Alicia says, at what time or amount of years of experience should a tester look forward to either ask current employer for a title upgrade to senior quality assurance analyst or apply for a senior QA role? I think senior QA role should be a decent timeline is 3 to 4 years of time. Okay, 3 to 4 years of time is something where you have been working as tester, and it's time for you to uh, start nourishing some of your junior resources to bring them up and build a better team together. So taking the ownership of becoming senior and responsibilities of helping other team members to grow up and build a better resource, build a better team. You know, 3 to 4 years is a good time to look forward to it. Okay, that's the earliest time what I'm saying. But yeah, 3 to 5 would be a good option. But 3 to 5, you should become a senior QA if you really have to, ask somebody. But I don't think that does really happen in reality. The organization recognizes it, and they may have timely increments and promotions offered to you. And in case you think your company is not doing that, despite you are doing a great job, then please look forward to a changeover. Okay, because you don't really have to waste your effort and time with your qualities. Someone else can recognize your quality, right? I always say that. I always say it's not necessary that you have to justify someone to, who you are. You can move on with people who understand you. So both the things. If you are getting it, good. Not getting it, time to change. Dinesh says, have you come across any scenarios people are promoted based on position versus positions are created based on people? Any business level decision to impact? Have you come across any such scenarios? People are promoted based on positions versus positions which are created based on people. I think both the scenarios I have come across. I was just trying to correlate with what would have happened in past with me. So I would say both has happened. One, people have created custom positions because I was working with organizations where they literally did not have sometimes the positions like senior test manager or senior technical lead, and other side is of course positions are given to you based on your work, which is very very generic, right? You continue working with an organization and they look forward to promote you. You start with them as a junior resource, and down the line you showcase your skills and ratings, etc., and they look forward to promote you. So first case, I think that's very, very common with everyone. Second is, yes, organization can look forward to add more value if they think there's something which is probably not available so far in the organization and this person deserves it. They don't want you to go. So they can always create that position and give it to you. So yes, it has of course happened. And it happens in many organizations. But creating a position will only be happening in a startup organization or organization which are new to industries or market. So probably their designation and the hierarchy is not yet defined. So that's where they create the position. And why I would say, for me it has happened because I always with a unique thing, right? I was initially a ordinary employee, but after becoming a freelancer, working as an instructor, consultant independently, most of the organizations tried creating some custom positions to hire me. Okay, because I was neither just a tester, I was neither just a manager. Sometimes I'm a process improvement guy. I'm a tool implementation guy. So they always look forward to sometimes create a custom position that fits my portfolio and give it to them. So for example, senior consultant. Now most of the organization probably will not find a position called as consultant because it's very generic. You don't really know what exactly this person is doing in the industry, right? So they give a custom position in that company saying that, hey, you're a consultant and you'll be consulted for anything related to project, be it about timelines, be it about process, be it about tools, be it about documentation. So yes, it happened like few times with me. In order to hire me, they created custom positions. So I hope that answers your question, Dinesh. Do let me know if there's anything else. Uh, okay, so that's good. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Pramod says, sir, can you please elaborate latest analysis and design for a given test level begin during the corresponding development activity? Okay, so here, if I have to explain this particular point, that analysis and design can begin during the corresponding development activity, it simply means that if you look at the V model, just for an example, okay, let's not take V model, okay, because that already you would have seen in the tutorial, and still you have this question. That means something is missing. That's how I see that. So let me tell you something here, very important, that when the project begins or project kicks off, the project managers start working on the overall project schedule, artifacts, everything, and test managers start building up the test plan. Similarly, development manager will start preparing the development plan, etc. The second thing is requirement gathering. Now, requirement gathering happens for different things. Like we do have business requirements, system requirements, etc. So the question here is, while the business analyst is busy gathering the requirements, we tester, should we do anything, or should we wait idle? We should sit idle till the design and development happens. Answer is absolutely not. You're not going to be paid in a project for sitting idle for 2 to 3 months, right? So the question was, okay, so tester will not sit idle. So what tester will actually do? So we said, hey, in our test process, we have an activity called as test analysis. What is test analysis? Project manager asked. I said, test analysis is all about reviewing the test basis. What is test basis? Test basis is the documentation which we will use to derive our test cases. He said, isn't that your requirement? Is the test basis? I said, yeah. Technical design document, requirements, use cases, anything is a test basis for me. Then they said, while I'm writing it, why don't you come and review it? You are reviewing my requirements to ask potential questions. And at the same time, one of your first phase of the test process is also getting done, which is exactly the same. I said, yeah, fantastic. Now, when I'm done with the analysis, do I really have to wait for development team to go and complete the code and then start writing test cases? No, that's too late. I'll get started early. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that as and when you're done analyzing a requirement or set of requirements, you are free to go ahead and write test cases after that. So test analysis and test design is getting done parallelly with the development of requirements. So development here does not mean only writing code. Development means development of any artifact within the project. So I hope that answers your questions, Pramod. And let me know if you still have any confusion here. Dinesh says, thanks for the guidance. Can you share your LinkedIn profile? Would like to connect as well. That's in the description of this video. Dinesh, you can just open the show more button. You can click on that and you'll find the LinkedIn ID right there. In case you don't find it, just let me know. Anusha says, hi, is game testing has a demand in IT? What is the future of game testing? Actually, I'm a manual tester. Now I got an offer on the game testing side. Is that good if I move to game tester? Let me tell you something very different here. Okay, don't relate it to your question. Okay, you will have your answer uh, related to it, because I sometimes just don't upfront answer that question, rather give you that understanding what you need. So if you are talking about an advertisement which you watch probably on any portal, and they say that, hey, you can make money from playing a game. And if you know that, yes, I've seen such ads, if you know how many of the companies are doing that, okay, that means playing the game is not today about having stress releasing or having some fun. It's more about, hey, if you're spending your precious time playing my game, I'll reward you. And reward will not be in coins or some hearts or stars. It'll be money, real money. Because people are kind of like today are very much interested to grow their money without doing any work. Okay. I'm just admitting that I made a statement which might be, very, very big statement, okay, which people sometimes cannot digest easily. Today, the world, especially the youth, is tending towards that without doing anything, how can I make money? Okay. So all the TikTokers, all the reel makers, the whole entire youth who is busy doing that is only thinking that I'll become a star by making simple videos, right? But point is, someone is making use of this. What is that? They are saying, hey, Instagram is making money. YouTube is making money from them because some advertisers are ready to pay, right? TikTok is making money from it. So the same thing here. You understand that like the entire world is today looking forward to make money even in their free time. So somebody is going to call me and tell me, "Hey Neeraj, would you be happy if I that by playing some game you can make 3 to 4 thousand rupees every day?" I would say, "Why not? Just playing game because I love playing game." So yes, the answer to your question is the game world is not going to be limited to things like PUBG. Okay, even if I talk about PUBG, you know what was the scenario, right? How the people were crazy about playing it, and not from today, right? From the time of video games, people have been playing crazy. PlayStation 5 went, Sony, Sony went out of stock because they didn't think that so many people are going to look forward to have PlayStation 5 because their ratio was not at all estimated. So game testing is something which is really going to trend up. People are going to play games to make additional income, and that will get into a blend of gambling industry also. Like you invest some money, play the game. If you win, you get the 5 times of it. So that gambling industry is also going to step in a lot. So if you are getting some opportunity and you are interested, then go for it. Okay. But if it is just because somebody offered you, will this help me to build my career? I have no interest in game. I don't like playing game. Please reject the offer. Okay. You don't really have to waste your time and life or career in that. Okay. Only if you love playing game, please I always recommend any individual that do what you love, okay, as your profession. You'll do the best in the world. Okay. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing what I love doing. I love teaching, right? I'm not someone who is so keen about going onto a desk and working. But of course, I build people to go and work on the desk. But point is, my asset was explanation, presentation, teaching, interaction, examples, a lot of things. So I made that as my profession. I became an instructor and I'm doing pretty well than a job engineer, like on a desk job engineer. So on desk, I was not making what I'm making today as an instructor because I'm doing the best one way, right? In my subject. So that's the point. So if you are happy with that, please go ahead and do it. Is there any chance to learn automation while working as a game tester and how the salary hike will be there for game tester? Hikes and all, of course, there are no comments on hike because hikes are not dependent on the profile. Hikes are dependent on the company which you're working for. Some companies pay good, some companies do not pay good. So that decision will be made by the company, not by your profession or not by your job role. Okay. So that you have to see with the company you're working for, how best they offer. But trust me, nobody, games are generally products. Okay. So they don't want to lose their resources whom they have trained a lot. In fact, they know the product very well. So if you say, I want to leave, they will always try to retain you, right? Because you have been working with the product for last 2 years or 3 years. You know everything about it. So you will be a good tester compared to a new person coming and taking over you, right? It's not an easy job. Yeah, conventional applications anybody can take over, given that they have worked on applications before. But game testers, it is a product. Okay, so products are not something which I always choose someone new to come and take over. Okay, but hikes are good. My friends are working there as game testers, but it depends on company. Okay, it does not depend on your job role, and it's trending, so they have a lot of money. Okay, Anisha, I hope that answers your question. Let me know if you have anything else. Pramod says, okay. Rand and Toast. Hello, sir. Is it required to know how to create control flow diagram for technical test analyst exam to measure cyclomatic complexity, for example? No, you don't have to draw anything. In fact, cyclomatic complexity is not in the syllabus. I am not sure what are you referring to. We only have statement testing, or we have decision testing. We have multiple condition testing, and MCDC, modified condition decision coverage. These are the four techniques which you have to solve using the drawing. There's nothing other than that which you have to solve. Okay. So cyclomatic complexity is not in the syllabus. I hope that answers your question. Let me know if you have anything else. Okay. So what's next? The next is coming in from Alicia. Alicia says, me again, sorry if I'm asking too many questions. No, this session is about asking questions. Never feel bad about it. Okay. The session is exclusively for Q&A. I don't have anything to, talk about. So what is your question? Are you aware of TAU, Test Automation University? If yes, are their certification valid in comparison to ISTQB certs? Um, Okay, first answer, I never heard of them. Okay, probably never came across. Second answer, I can go through them. I can certainly explore about them and let you know what is their certifications, because ISTQB is a concept related certification and automation is more from the tool perspective, right? So they have different credibility to add to your portfolio. ISTQB doesn't talk about any tools or doesn't talk about how automation happens. They only talk about the architecture, the setup, and the tasks as a solution, what exactly it needs to build an automation solution in the organization. But they don't talk about the script, they don't talk about the control flow, they don't talk about keywords or writing a script, etc. So they may be talking about it, I'm not sure, I have to go through. So drop me a comment on this video after the video, or probably any other video as well. I'll see it on our dashboard whenever people comment. Okay. Just drop a comment to me so that I can work offline and reply back to you, because I quite often work offline, but I don't find a reference of that person to reply back. Okay. So drop me a comment on any of the video saying that does the same thing, whether TAU is better compared to ISTQB, so that I'll have your impression and I'll just reply back to that after exploring. But give me a few days, okay? 2, 3 days so that I can research about it and let you. Exactly. And you're free to ask any other questions also. Okay, feel free. Alok says, what is the difference between ITB and ASTQB? Uh, if you full form it, you know the answer. Okay. ITB is Indian Testing Board, ASTQB is American Testing Board. So every single country has a member board under ISTQB. Just to add further, Malaysian Testing Board, Singapore Testing Board, Sri Lankan Testing Board, Pakistan Testing Board, Saudi Arabian Testing Board, Egyptian Testing Board. So every country has a member board. So ASTQB is for the entire America. Okay, the entire America. So that's why they just named it as ASTQB instead of ATB. Instead of calling it as American Testing Board, they called it as American Software Testing Qualification Board, because America is just not a small country, right? It's a continent. So the difference is like if you're taking in America, you are approaching ASTQB to get certified. And if you are taking it in India, you are approaching ITP. But both the certifications will have ISTQB logo. ASTQB doesn't have something of their own. If you go to their website, you will still find the same thing, what you have in ITP website. Like same syllabus, same exam, same rules, same criteria, everything same. It's just the country member boards. Okay, random chose says, I see, but in the official sample exam question number 12 asks you to pick a code snippet with the lowest cyclomatic complexity. There are three code snippets. Oh, that way. Okay, that's only the concept, not at K4. They will not ask you to derive the, cyclomatic complexity output. So you don't have to do the K4, you have to do the K2. You have to understand how to calculate the cyclomatic complexity and what is better, like lower, higher in that particular context. So yes, that has been covered in the tutorial, so that should answer you. But given that we are talking about um, the solving it, like drawing a diagram and deriving it from there, that's not in the syllabus. So cyclomatic complexity doesn't work. Okay, that you don't have to really worry about. Anusha says, thanks, Neeraj. What are the skills needed for game testing and what tools are used mainly for game testing? What is the scope learning in game testing side compared to manual tester? So, one straightforward thing, of course, that game testing is a product. So, the tools will be internally known to them. And mostly the games are tested by playing it. So automation is still a challenge for the game industry, as far as I'm aware of. In 2023, game testing is still struggling to find a way to automate their game testing process. So you are actually going to be a manual tester itself because automations have no solution for game because it's more about graphics and it's more about a user experience than meeting the functionalities, right? So a tester has to play the game in order to make sure that the game is working fine and it's getting loaded. All the visualization, interaction, the performance has to be played. Okay. So you don't have any automation tools as such for the game tester. Being a game tester, you will be playing the game. That's the only approach what you have right now. Skills needed, of course, you need to love playing games. If you say, no, Neeraj, I don't like playing games, then that's not what we are looking at. Okay, being a game tester, you should never be bored about playing a game, and you should be always enthusiastic to find problems by playing the game in a way what a user would see, right? So context would remain the same, the perception of the tester would remain the same, but it's just that you play the game in reality in order to find the problems. Okay, and what scope of learning in the game testing side compared to manual testers? So learning, I think compared to manual tester, you don't have anything, but learning will be like knowing more about the architectures and all. Down the line, after testing simple games, probably you can test complicated games down the line. Like for example, when you play games like you versus computer, right? Those have AI into it. So AI will be something what you will be learning about down the line after 1 or 2 years max. Okay. We already have games where AI is already there, right? When you play against the computer is where the AI is, right? At a very small scale. So we call it as normal AI. Okay. So normal AI is into existence, but why I said 1 to 2 years? Because after 1 to 2 years, it'll be more advanced, like Alexa and Siri. Okay, today you ask Alexa, but after 2 years, Alexa will ask you that where are you heading? Do you have money? You are planning for Goa. I'm listening to you. So you can't plan. You have EMIs, you have this fees, that fees, these expenses. How can you plan for a Goa trip? So they will start interfering in your life. So same way, the games will become much more advanced to hack your rewards so that you don't win the game. See, this is what happens in casino. Have you ever wondered why people don't become rich by going to casino if it is actually a game, right? It's just that you play. It's a pattern. I'm not sure if you have been to casino, but I've been to casino a few times. And literally, you try to find a pattern, and the moment you implement that pattern, you win for two, three times, and fifth time you're done. Fifth time you are done. Your pattern changes. So that means it's not the person who's doing it standing there. Okay, it's the AI. Trust me, there is something called as a gambling industry which makes the softwares of those gambling products, those machines like roulettes, okay? Roulette table, or you have those machines, right? They all do the same thing. They are running on the software, and the software is created by people like us. So companies like Aristocrat, ABB, they all build this kind of product, gambling industry. So point is, AI is something what you will be exploring down the line, and which is the best thing what you can learn to become a better tester in yourself. I think most of the testers will be looking forward to learn about AI. So the game tester will also be looking forward to migrate towards AI. Okay, because we don't want the user to win. Why? Because if the user wins, the user finishes the game and he doesn't have anything to do on your platform. So you don't want your user to complete the game. You want the user to stay engaged with your product on a longer duration. So you want them to fail. You want them to drop so that they come again and play it again, right? People have been playing Candy Crush for so many years. Still, which level? So you know that, right? They don't have an end. They keep challenging you, keep saying you that, hey, we got a new set of levels every single day. Go ahead, play it. So yes, you will have a lot to explore and add value to your, expertise. And AI is something I think you can't deny saying that, oh, if it is AI, I think I love it, right? So you have to be in the world of AI as well, for sure. So that's the best thing what you can learn being there. Astro, again, Leticia says thank you as they go in depth with automation from UI testing to E2E testing, etc. So I was wondering, I'll drop the command. Sure, thank you. I'll still explore it. I'll look at it from my side and I'll look into that. So Kima says, hey guys, good to be back. Unfortunately, I haven't received my foundation level results because yesterday was a public holiday in South Africa. Hope you get your results soon, and we wish you all the very best for your success and the examination. Um, yeah, never mind. If you, I believe you have done really well, so results are going to be good. And good to see you back. Thank you. Okay, team. 43 minutes up, and we are done with all the comments in the chat box right now. Anyone else? And if you're happy with what we are doing, just drop a thumbs up for the algorithm of YouTube, because YouTube needs to know by number of likes that how well this session is going, and then they promote it to other people that, hey, there's a live session happening. If you want to ask questions, you can come here. So your like can help many people who don't know about this live session. So drop it for the algorithm of YouTube. I don't need that. I'm happy with all your interactions. I'm happy with the love and affection what you're showing to the channel. But at the same time, we want you to support, to let other people know that, hey, have you heard of something called as Team Square? We, have everything what we need. So that's what you're doing by dropping a like on this video. All right, Pinky Gupta. Sir, in ISTQB Foundation level syllabus, there is a reference is mentioned. Okay, how no problem. There's a reference mentioned. Do we really need to go through that for the foundation? No, 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 no. That is only for your reference. That if you tomorrow want to challenge that, from where did you get this information? Challenge whom? ISTQB. If you are generally like working professional, you may conflict with some of the statements, and you may feel that, hey, what exactly is this? We never do that. So from where did you come with this particular statement, or where did you come with this particular point? So they give references. Hey, these are the references what we have taken into account in order to build this syllabus. So that's only for your information. Okay, only for your information. You don't have to prepare on that, or you don't have to read it for the examination. Okay. Visala, Yalam. Hi, thank you very much. Because of your videos, I cleared my ISTQB CTFL and ISTQB CTFL 80 in the first attempt itself after 13 years of career gap. And moreover, I worked as a developer. Fantastic. I think I should go and publish this comment on LinkedIn. Huh? If you're connected on LinkedIn, please put it across, or else I'll literally go and paste this feedback as one of my lovely participant came back and told us. Because let me just snip it, because you know what, I don't get to see these lights after the video gets over. So let me play myself safe here. But yeah, the reason why is I cannot tag you. So if you are already there on LinkedIn and you're connected to me with me, then just go ahead and do it. Because I want other people to get inspired by these things, that anyone can go ahead and take up the certifications, and uh, they can learn things. It is possible, right? Many people think that is it complicated? Is it that I can do it? Because you said a lot of other things which commonly people don't have. Like you have 13 years of career gap and still you could make it. And second important thing, you said that you have worked as a developer, right? So unique things, right? And you could be a great inspiration to all the QA community. So that's the reason I wanted to come from you. If you can go and post it on the LinkedIn as well, so that the whole community can be inspired about this and they can look forward to get certified, and they will not see it as a challenge, right? That, hey, I have a gap. Can I really take up this certification? What if I don't succeed? Then your story would become a kind of like inspiration to them. And it would be a great help for me if you could do that. Of course, that doesn't help me because I already am well known for my work. It just helps the QA community by listening to your words from you. Okay, so thank you, Vishala, for letting us know. It's really a great. Congratulations on the success, first of all. And I'm really happy to hear your kind words. It certainly keeps me boosted up with all the inspiration, what I need to do to keep up the good work for the team and all the audience here. And that's where we look forward to people come back and telling us about their success stories. And it certainly, makes me smile. So thank you so much, Vishala, for letting us know that. And if you're not connected on LinkedIn with me, my LinkedIn profile is in the description. So you can just open Show More and you can go ahead and connect with me. I'll be happy to be in your connections. Anusha says, thank you so much, Neeraj. My doubts are clarified. You're welcome, Anusha. And not just for Anusha, for everyone else here or anyone else who's not here, that we connect every Saturday between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So if you have got more questions, feel free to participate here every Saturday, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And we look forward to answer your queries. Okay. But it's not that we only answer your queries over Saturdays in this live session. During the week, if you have any queries, just drop me a comment and I offline keep responding to the comments to help the people. Anyhow, you have the LinkedIn, you have the Facebook, you have the Twitter, you have my YouTube channel. However you think that you want me to let know about your query, I'll be happy to know about it and respond back to you. So okay, Anusha, if you are done for today, that's absolutely fine. But if you think you have any more questions, always welcome. Okay, Huma says, which programming language should I learn to become a better tester? See, programming language is something which is required for automation. And in order to be a automation tester, you need to have good grip on some of the common languages like Java, Python, or the tool which you're working on. Because it's not necessary that Java works with all the automation tools, right? Python doesn't work with all the automation tools. So every single tool has its own perspective in language. So Selenium can work with multiple language, doesn't mean that all other tools also work in the similar fashion, right? So learning the language would be more from the perspective of which tool are you trying to learn. But if you're saying, no, Neeraj, I'm getting started as an automation tester and I want to learn about it, then you are getting started with Selenium. And Selenium works with Java and Python both. So you can choose one for the first attempt, like to learn. Once you have a good grip on one, then add the second language. So you can start with Python if you want, and then add Java, or you can start with Java and then add Python. Okay, either way is fine. But just start with one language, which is commonly used today. Selenium is widely used in the industry. Many organizations are using it, so I'm recommending it to you that you can start learning automation skills from there. And to learn Selenium, you need to have at least one language. So you can choose any of them. Both are okay. You can start with Java, and then when you have a good grip on Java, you can learn Python as well. Or you can start with Python, and when you have a good grip on Python, then learn Java. Absolutely fine. Okay. And rest, of course, goes with the tool. If you're learning some other tool, then they will have different languages, probably like VB, Visual Basic, VBS, or Shell, right? So they have their own language, Groovy. So different languages are there. Anusha says one last question. There's nothing called as last question. Just ask the question, okay? If you are fine, I'm seeing on websites that there is no feature for manual tester. Is that real? What skills should be added in the resume to get more calls? See, again, it depends on the industry, right? It depends on the industry whether we have provided solutions with automation tools or not. There are many industries today which do not have any solution as automation, including game testing. So it's not that the future of manual testers is going to disappear. There are people who are freaking out, and trust me or not, the digital marketing world is all about what's the hot topic. Okay. And if you make 10 videos about it or you write 10 different blogs about it, people will go and read it, right? People and watch that video. So all these people who are talking about manual testing is going to go out of business and they will be, fired, etc., are just making most out of that hot topic. Trust me, there are many industries which do not have any automation tool. What about them? Does that mean they will be thrown out as well? Oh, come on, the industry will close. Are you kidding me? Answer is no. Okay. So that's the reason I don't have any video on that. Sometimes people ask me, hey, the hot topics are there. You don't make any videos on that. I said, I don't want to claim views. I don't want to claim subscribers. I just want to give you what is happening and what is not happening. There's nothing about it. The testers, you can say that, will my payout will be less if I'm a manual tester? Answer is yes. If your industry, which you're working in, has automation solutions, then being an automation tester would be much better than a manual tester. But if you say, Neeraj, I'm a game tester, I doesn't have automation solution in my industry, like I don't have an automation testing tool, then you don't have any option at all, right? You will have to be manual tester itself. So in that context is what I'm saying, that manual testers will not go out of business. Manual testers will be less. Okay. Because if you say a company fired 10,000 people, then it means other side that they had 50,000 employees. Okay. 50,000 employees. They just fired 10,000 out of it. Who are those 10,000? The people who were not ready to upgrade. The people who were sitting and eating. Okay. Sitting and getting salary without any upgradation, without any doing any renovation in their profile. So those people get fired. Company doesn't fire everyone from the company. You have never heard. See, people get influenced by the news like this. Oh, that company fired 10,000 people. Come on, just step one step back and check. Is that the company had only 10,000 people? Answer is no. Okay. Company had 50,000 people, and out of that, they did load shedding. And in load shedding, they did not fire everyone. They only fired people who were useless. Okay, there are hundreds of people, thousands of people who are simply sitting and making money. So they just fired them. Why didn't they fire everyone? Because the company will close. So you don't have to be scared of that. You just have to be in that category where you don't get fired. Okay, so keep upgrading yourself. That's the only answer. Pinky, thank you, sir, for your guidance and videos on ISTQB. It's all my pleasure. This is what I'm here for. If you think there's anything else, just let me know. Alicia says, good to know JavaScript as well at the Cumulonica. Sure. Yeah, thank you for adding that. It certainly makes sense and helps her. From your experience, is Python easy to learn? Of course. My experience, if you ask me, everything is easy. Don't go by my experience. Okay. Yeah, that's what. Not everything can be automated with my experience, and manual tester will need to cover for those areas. So it's need capacity, but not that manual tester will become obsolete. Yeah, that's thank you. Thank you for adding that. Kima says, all right, I'll check them all out and decide where to start. Good to know. Okay, we got 5 minutes more from our live session, and we are really having a fantastic time, team. And we look forward to any more questions if you have. We look forward to answer them before we drop out for today. So we got 5 more minutes. Utilize it the best. If you have anything, even after that, do drop me a comment, and I'll be really happy because I'm talking to people who are not here. Okay, trust me or not, we see hardly like 12, 15 people online, and I still come live because I give importance to every individual. And trust me or not, when this live gets over, I get 500 to 600 views on this video on the day one. Why? Because there are many people who are sleeping at this time when I am doing this live session and they cannot join. Many people enjoying the weekend because they work 5 days, hectic 5 days, right? They need some time to breathe. So not everyone is really available to join this live session, but after that, they do join and listen to all the conversation and see if they can really bring some value from here. And they do drop their comments or queries below the video. So feel free to drop your queries if you think you got something after the live session gets over as well. I'll be more than happy to respond back to you. So go ahead, team. If you got any more questions, please let me know, and I'll be looking forward to answer them. Okay, another one coming from QMAS says, while doing mock test, I saw a question about gray box testing. Is there such a thing? No. The mock test is from unreliable source. That's the answer. Wherever you saw it. Okay. Gray box is not in our syllabus. In fact, gray box was not at all recommended by ISTQB because it conflicts with the psychology of testing. Gray box was basically defined by one of the company where they only hired a person to behave like developer come tester. Okay, they could not afford tester separately. So they said developer will first develop the code and then become a tester to test. Same person. Okay, one person behaving as developer and tester both. So that company called that profile as gray box testing, that approach as gray box testing. Because if you mix white and black, ever did painting in your life? You know this. When you mix white and black, you get gray. Okay. So white developer, black tester. If you mix both of them to one person, you get gray. So ISTQB said, hey, that's not what we are talking about. We are talking about testers' independence. Okay. If the same person is doing it, defects will be leaked, defect will be missed out. So that's not our agenda at all. Our agenda is tester is a different person than developer. So that's the reason that it was never discussed in any of the syllabus or any of the context of testing, software testing, because this was created by one of the company who was practicing it. And that's how people know it. Okay. But ISTQB doesn't talk about it. So that's not in the syllabus. Okay. Good you asked, because there are many websites who are putting fake questions or incorrect questions as mock papers. Very, very bad. They should not do that. They just confuse people. Thank you so much for your guidance. I learned a lot today. I have more questions in regards to aerospace tester, but I'll leave it for the next Saturday. You're always welcome, and I'll be happy to assist you there. And good to have you here in the session as well. Okay, any more questions, team? We just got the final minute. It's not that. If you have a question, I'll answer that and go. It's not that I'll cut it out. I'll answer that and then I'll leave. If you have a question, then let me know. If there are no questions, then we'll wind up. And do let people know, okay, there are still many people across the world who doesn't know about this channel, or they don't know about this live session. We don't expect you to be a subscriber of the channel to ask a question. Okay, so that's the reason we never ask you. I never ask you, please, please, please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon. And I know how to say that like other YouTubers. But this is an educational channel. This is a technical channel where we just want to pass on the knowledge to you. But we are not here to compete with YouTube to say that I got 100,000 subscriber or I got 1 million subscriber. I don't have that as one of my goal. Okay, not at all. So the only objective of this channel is to spread the knowledge among QA community and build better QA community for tomorrow. Okay, so feel free to spread the word. Anybody wants to come here and ask the question, they can go ahead and ask the question. Okay, so anyways, we have hit the final hour. So I would like to thank every individual who participated today and asked their valuable questions, because this live session could be incomplete and failure if nobody has any questions or we don't engage in Q&A session. So this live session is all about Q&A, and thank you so much for participating in and adding value by asking your questions. So that's all from this particular live session, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'm always there to address your queries and answer them well. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for being in the live session, team, and happy learning. Take care, stay safe, see you next weekend, and till then, bye bye.